just gonna look at some of this really old stuff. Looks like this. This is a really old notebook. Let's take a look. So let's see. Okay. That's pretty. So let's shell voice maybe. Yeah, I see. There's what the harmony is written as, which is supposed to be. But you can just let the interestingness, you know, these lines are so good that they just tell you what the harmony can be. I think it's obvious that there's this implication here. So you could hold when you play the piano, if you play a horn, sorry. So that lets you know that this is going to have to be something like a added 2 or a 9 on the F7 that resolves to the 5 of the B flat, which is like a 6/5 resolution on the B flat. Hey guys, what's up? I was just looking at this old thing, and there's this Sonny Rollins lick, you know, one oh that just sort of started playing around with it, and I got into some funky space where I just lose track of whatever is happening, and then I played more music. And that's sort of my whole goal with looking at this right now. So let's look at something else. Oh, this one's really busy. Maybe I need to play something really busy. Ooh. This is really interesting over this. Let's That's not okay. That is very weird, but it's a little bit too much for me right now. All over C# margin. Is it sharp? Okay. This is supposed to be a sharp right there. Forever correcting documents. All right. That's the only way this would make sense. Okay. That's a pretty. That could be a pretty theme. So, I want to explicitly note that this is supposed to be a natural. I wasn't notating key signatures here, and that's throwing my sight reading off. Okay. Better voicing than this voicing, maybe. Oh, I'm glad you're playing some harmonica. That's good. I'm glad that your friend loves to play piano too. I'm just going to keep talking through this interesting material that's here. So that's kind of interesting. Get two lines. This is a very interesting, the way it falls over, but I need to do it more rhythmic justice, and that's actually one of my issues. So maybe I should get a little more firm rhythmically. Keep the harmony even more simple. So. Yeah. So. See how you can just sequence that? So let's just practice sequencing it. Right? Beautiful. Sequence. I can't erase this old marker, unfortunately. This one's not very strong. So I'm going to use this, which is darker but permanent. And I want to circle this and say, hey, that's the third. Because it's really easy to remember this whole line if you can remember, hey, that's the third. And hey, this is the fifth. And this is a 2/5. Simply put, it is a 2/5. So it's the fifth of the 5 to the third of the. It's the fifth of the 2 to the third of the 5. Fifth of the 2 to the third of the 5. So let's just write that down as a principle. So this is the fifth of scale degree 2. Let's actually do the Roman numerals because that's actually easier for me to remember this notation because I'm used to actually a 12 notation that I use. It uses all 12 numbers, but this is going to be easier. So it's the fifth of the 2 to the third of the 5. And then you can just cycle this however you want. And then we'll eventually bring back the line over here. That's kind of nice. Okay. So we can start anywhere. I'm just going to start C now. Well, I'm just going to start. If I start in C, then I actually have to start with the chord D minor because this is that's just how we were working here. So let's just play it simple. So fifth, here's the 5 on the 2, and then the 3 on the 5. That always resolves nicely to your 1. So I could have, I can start with. So this just starts like a thirds run over the 5. So yep. Once you get up to the top, after going up, these 3/3 from the 5th, you just chromatic fall back to that previous third from the top third. And then what he does is continues the 8th notes, but we start on the 5 of the 5th note, the 5th of the 5, and then we continue to fall down a third back to the 3rd of the 5. So that's the whole line. So we just do a kind of a chromaticism back to this third. And we continue to fall down thirds as it fits the chord because that fall now works over that chord too. Okay, so we can continue to cycle that. I gotta get this rhythm firm, so let's continue to practice it. Just shell chords right now, Not wrong. It's interesting to think about. Now I can try to be a little bit more creative with it. Let's see. How long have you been playing piano, my friend? Sorry, I'm back. I think like 2 years. I've been playing for since right before sophomore year of high school. I got back into it really hard, which was good. and I had a few months of lessons when I was 8 years old, and then a little bit of dabbling with it after that, just on my own. But kind of a late obsession, but it matches a lot of other people's experience. So that's my experience. That's how long I've been playing. I'm 27 now, so it adds up after a while. And it's possible to not look that old when you're 27. I got to continue to get better. I want to maybe chug. I'm going to chug some quarter shell chords like Bud Powell. And we're going to try to just kind of take this, really work this into the vocabulary. This is such a simple thing. What can I do instead? That's even more like Bud Powell, isn't it? It's even more like Bud Powell. It's just completely open. That's what's not smooth. Yeah, okay. That was fun for a second, and then it got out of control. Let's see. Red Garland. That's good. That's gonna be good. But it's good. See, it's just simple. This, I'm running the simple cycle of, and then. Each 5 becoming the new 2, kind of the most minimal thing. But you can do other things, right? So let's just continue plunking with our so we could cycle. We could take this thing and we could say we're going to go up. We're going to use my notation now. We're going to move this thing to its own. So we're going to just move it to the 6, which is actually the 4th scale degree in the major scale. But I think of it as like the 6th chromatic degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, we'll move it to the 6th. So if we're in C and we go, that's the 2-5 for C, but now we're going to do the 2-5 for the 6th chromatic degree from the C, which is actually the F. So then you go So the sequence I want to make here is do the move it to the 6. Do the move it relative to the 6, and then move it relative to the 2. But that actually creates sort of a that's like an ascending sequence. We want to create something like that actually. So let's just write down so it's the 2/5, and the pattern is going to be relative to the 1. I'm just going to write out the discrete thing. Then it's going to be relative to the 6. Then it's going to be relative to the 3rd scale degree, which is the D, not the 3rd of the chord. I'm trying to articulate that. So, right, and then it's going to be the 8th scale degree. And then it's going to be the 5th scale degree. And then it's going to be relative to the 10th scale degree. Then back relative to the 6th scale degree. So 3, 8, 5, 10, 6, finally the 12th scale degree. And at that point, always go ahead and resolve it back to the 1 and just create your loop. So what we want to be practicing here is for each of these like temporarily tonicizable centers inside of our main key center, what we want to be able to do is like call out to all those 2/5s essentially. So you have the 2/5 on the 1, and then the 2/5 on the 6, and the 2/5 on the 3. Well, I keep on using my 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1 terminology for the major scale interchangeably because I've used it so much in my own mind that I'm comfortable with it, but no one's going to understand what I'm saying. So, when I say 1, 6, 3, 8, 5, 10, 6, 12, 1 in major scale terminology, that actually translates to 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 8, 4, 7, and then 1. But, whatever. So we're going to have okay, so I'm going to play down here. Yeah, so it's a very weird concept actually. So, and you get lost easily. So I'm just gonna play with these simple left-hand voicings I've done forever. So relative, oh man, it's so hard to not get lost. 5 and what it felt. There we go. So, messing it up. So slower. No, I got it. Okay, fix it. All the way back. So that was taking the pattern I was talking about through something other than just the direct 2-5, the 5 becomes the next 2, 2-5, 5 becomes the next 2, that sequence. You can also have, other things like It's a very popular pattern. You can do a lot with that pattern, such as inject 2 5s over everything in the pattern. So now I'm going to try to do this with the shell chord, which is hard. Now we've made it back around. That's not that hard. You just have to get used to it because it's a little bit more jumping than the more ergonomic, technically like what you're supposed to try to be doing voicings, I guess. I don't know. It's too muddy for some people. And then you can try doing what we just did, but like starting in a different key center. So instead of, maybe we start in like A flat, so it goes, right? So then it becomes even more thinking, right? So maybe we just start with the chords again, right? So I would just start with the chords probably. Cycled through that a couple times in the left hand, and then I feel like I'm maybe more comfortable to start trying to put over right? Did I do that right? So yeah, I guess I have been doing. Anyways, do I want to do anything else? I think I'm done. I think I demonstrated something there. It's been just a little while, getting a little hungry. What about this Donald Byrd line? Oh, that's very interesting. So that's over G minor 7. Whoa. Very chromatic. That's cool. That's, you gotta really sell that one home, probably. And there's something calling out right there too. Ah, yeah. Yeah. All right, Donald Baird. You're what we ended with.